All right. Welcome, everyone, to this deep dive. And we're tackling a pretty cool subject today, right? The gut microbiome.
It is very cool. And, I think a lot of times people, they hear gut, they think, okay, digestion.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's so much more than that.
It is. It's way more.
Like way, way more.
It's like trillions of bacteria all hanging out.
It's an entire ecosystem.
And it impacts your whole body, not just your gut.
Your entire body.
And the thing we're going to really focus on today
Mhm.
is its connection to the brain.
Yes. Like there's a reason people call the gut your second brain.
Okay, I got to admit, second brain sounds a little out there to me.
I get that.
I buy that gut health is important, but a second brain.
Well, think about it this way. Your gut and your brain, they're not just separate entities doing their own thing.
Right.
They talk.
Hmm.
Like constantly.
Really?
Yeah. There's this superhighway running between them called the vagus nerve.
Okay, the vagus nerve. So they're sending like, what, emails back and forth? What are we talking here?
Think less email, more like chemical messages.
Okay.
Like your gut bacteria, they produce neurotransmitters. Things like serotonin, dopamine.
Wait, hold on. My gut's making serotonin. I thought that was a brain thing.
It is. But get this, most of the serotonin in your body, like way more than you think, is actually made in your gut.
No way.
Yeah, way.
I mean, I was reading The Gut-Brain Connection by Imran Mayer to prep for this, and he said almost 90% of the body's serotonin comes from the gut, not the brain.
It's pretty wild, right? Like, we tend to think of the brain as this control center, but the gut's clearly a major player in the game.
And it's not just serotonin either, right?
No, not at all. Dopamine, too. And those are like the big guns for mood regulation.
So it's like my stomach has its own little pharmacy going on down there.
Basically.
Wow. Okay. And we were talking about the vagus nerve, those chemical messages going back and forth. What else is being communicated between the gut and the brain?
Oh, tons of stuff. We're talking sleep cycles, immune responses, even how your body reacts to stress.
So if I'm feeling stressed out, my gut could actually be making it worse.
It's possible when your gut bacteria are out of whack, what they call dysbiosis, it can mess with all these systems.
So like if I'm feeling anxious or even, down, could that be my gut talking?
There's a good chance it's playing a role. Like, I don't want to oversimplify it. It's super complex, but the research is showing more and more how important gut health is for our mental well-being.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting for me. If my gut can make my mental health worse, can I flip that around?
Yeah, that's the exciting part. We're not just stuck with whatever gut we've got.
Oh, okay, good.
We have a lot of power to change it.
So like if I start taking care of my gut, can I actually start feeling better mentally?
Exactly. There's a ton of research coming out now about how nurturing your gut microbiome can improve mood, reduce anxiety, all those things.
That makes sense. I was reading about probiotics and prebiotics. How do those fit into this?
Okay, so probiotics, those are the good bacteria themselves, like the actual little guys you want living in your gut.
Right.
And prebiotics, think of those like fertilizer.
Hmm.
They feed the good bacteria, help them thrive.
I like that analogy, the fertilizer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just about adding good stuff. It's about creating an environment where the good stuff can flourish.
Exactly. Like if you have a garden, you need the right plants and the right soil. It's the same with your gut.
So instead of reaching for another cup of coffee when I'm tired, maybe I should be thinking about what I'm feeding my gut.
It's a good shift in mindset.
So what helps the gut thrive? We're talking, what, like a healthy diet?
Definitely. A diverse diet is key.
Mhm.
Lots of fiber, fermented foods.
Okay, so that's things like kimchi, yogurt.
all that good stuff.
Okay, interesting.
And don't underestimate the power of exercise. That's huge for gut health, too.
Really? Interesting. So it's all connected.
It really is.
This is fascinating stuff. Like, I knew the gut was important, but I never realized how deeply it impacts the brain. It's like we've got this secret weapon, and most of us aren't even using it.
And there's still so much we're learning about it.
That's what's exciting. The more we understand about the gut-brain connection, the more we can use it to improve our lives. I mean, knowing that something as simple as what I eat can affect how I think and feel, that's powerful. So as you leave this deep dive, think about this. What one thing can you do today to start nurturing your gut? Maybe it's trying a new fermented food. Maybe it's upping your fiber intake. Whatever it is, start small and see how it makes you feel. Because when your gut's happy, you're happy. And that's a fact.